Everybody doing today? All right. My name is Miss Stacy, and this is Preschool Storytime designed for ages 3 to 5. Let's sing our hello song this morning. We're going to do bread and butter. We'll do the loud one at the very end, okay? So you don't have to hold your ears till then. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Hello. Hello. Say it really fast. Hello. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slow as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as high as we can. Hello. Hello, everybody. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as low as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as quiet as we can. Hello. Hello. Okay, this time we're going to be loud, so you can plug your ears now. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as loud as we can. Hello. Hello. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here with me today. You're going to be 5?
And we have my birthday at the botanical garden.
Ooh.
At the butterfly house.
Yes, I love their butterfly house.
You want it?
I love your dress.
I can't wait.
I bet. I'm excited too. Well, happy early birthday. And you're going to have the best party ever, I bet. That sounds like a lot of fun.
And also, I know what kind of cake I want to make.
Oh, okay. Think about what kind that is and tell me at the end, okay? I can't wait to hear that at the end. I want to hear exactly what kind of cake you want. Okay, so let's go over our storytime plan. We've done our hello song. I'm going to do our announcements. I'll teach you a word in sign language, sing a quick little song, read our first story, do our second song, a second book, and then we're going to do a rhyme using our fingers. We'll read our third story, talk about our craft, and then sing our goodbye song. That's our plan. So our announcements, I want to tell you about our Super Saturday program. This Saturday, we're going to have the Rinse, Arkansas Irish Dancers, and they do traditional and contemporary Irish dance. And that'll be at 10 a.m. in the Event Center, and you don't have to register for that. So just come and enjoy. I'll be there, so I hope I see you there. Today, our story time is about being brave. So, does anybody know what it means to be brave?
Be really brave and don't get scared.
Yeah, well, you can be scared and still be brave. Sometimes the bravest people are scared and then they do the thing anyway. And that's what makes them brave. So brave means that you show great mental or moral strength to face danger or fear or difficulty. And if you wanted to say brave in American Sign Language, you would grab your shoulders and then make strong fists and shake them. Brave. And if you wanted to say brave in Spanish, you would say valiente. Valiente. Yes, that's right. I actually recently went to a professional development workshop at the Amazium, and they talked a little bit about risky play, and that was my favorite session that I attended, and I wanted to tell you guys about it just a little bit, because they've shown that risky play, when we're young, can lead to like innovation as adults, because it teaches us to take chances, to think about things in new ways. And we have to be brave to take risks, don't we? So if it's safe to do it, maybe it's not the worst thing ever that we go up the slide. Or maybe we would climb a tree. I don't know. That's up to the grown-ups and your kids, what's an acceptable risk. But yeah, I think it's important, though, that we do push our boundaries and we take chances. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, okay? Hey. A T-Rex, yeah. I think you'd have to be a brave person if you ran into a T-Rex, wouldn't you? Okay, who's ready for a story?
Me.
If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. Last one. If you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, nod your head. Okay, I see lots of head nods. Let's get to our first story. Oh, I forgot to talk about this too. One more thing. This is a book, it's the Read Aloud Handbook by Jim Trellis, and it came from our parenting collection, which is over in that corner, the middle shelf. It has a big sign on top that says parenting. And actually, this book was the literal textbook for my children's literature class when I was getting my master's in library science. But it reads, it's a narrative nonfiction, so it's like an easy read. Highly recommend this book, but also that collection. There's lots of good parenting resources over there for lots of hard topics, so check that out. Okay, our first story today is called Brave Charlotte by Anu Stoner and Heinrich Wilson. Nobody knew why Charlotte was different from all the other sheep, but she had been different right from the start. When all the other lambs just stood shyly by their mothers, Charlotte was leaping around, ready for an adventure. Jack, the old sheepdog, tried to keep Charlotte in line, but she wasn't scared of him. One day, Charlotte went missing. The shepherd found her up in a tree. Jack tried to chase her down, but Charlotte wanted to stay up there a little longer and moved only when she was ready. Tut, 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 said the old sheep, shaking their heads disapprovingly. When is this all going to end? They don't like that Charlotte does adventurous things. But that was just the beginning. Another time, Charlotte jumped over the side of the riverbank and went for a swim in the fast-running stream. Tut, 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 said the older sheep, shaking their heads. Tut, tut, tut. Before long, Charlotte was up to more mischief. She had climbed to the very top of the highest peak, something no sheep had ever done before. Oh, 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 groaned the other sheep. They were hardly able to watch because it made them feel dizzy. When they found Charlotte on the side of a dangerously busy road, staring at the oncoming traffic, all the sheep wanted to know what she was doing, but Charlotte didn't want to tell them. Oh, my goodness, exclaimed the old sheep. What is she up to? What would they say if they knew at night Charlotte secretly roamed the countryside? When all the others were sleeping, she would quietly slip away to her special place and gaze at the moon. Even Jack didn't notice anything out of the ordinary, but he didn't have very good ears these days. I think he's getting older. Then, in autumn, as the days grew shorter and the nights darker, something terrible happened. The shepherd fell over and broke his leg. Oh my goodness. Jack barked and circled around him, but that didn't help one bit. The shepherd lay in the grass, not knowing what to do. Sit on your bottom, please, so everyone can see. Thank you. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, said the older sheep. Somebody must go to the farmer's house in the valley and get help. Well, Jack should go. He's the only one who knows the way. But it's too far. He hardly even manages with the herd these days. Yes, that's true, said the others, shaking their heads in despair. What are they going to do? How are they going to get help for the shepherd? Then Charlotte said, I'll do it. I'll go. Charlotte, muttered the old sheep. The little rascal? Out of the question. A sheep has never gone to the valley alone. Absolutely not. The older sheep were beside themselves with worry, but Charlotte could no longer hear them. She had already reached the big oak tree and was trying to find the right way to the valley. She bounded over fields through the fast-running stream and over the mountaintops until it got dark. When Charlotte reached the busy road, it was the middle of the night. She stood at the side of the road and watched the oncoming traffic. The lights of the cars shone. So did Charlotte's eyes. A truck driver noticed Charlotte's shining eyes and stopped in the road. "Going to the valley?" he asked kindly. Charlotte nodded. She's pretty smart. It was so nice to roar through the night in the truck that Charlotte was almost sorry to have to get out. "Take care," said the friendly truck driver. "You too," thought Charlotte. Look, he gave her a ride. Well, that was helpful, wasn't it? The farmer was asleep when Charlotte tapped on the window pane with her nose. "A sheep," said the farmer's wife, who woke up first. "It's Charlotte," said the farmer, "and she's all alone. Something must be up." Charlotte and the farmer drove the tractor to find the other sheep. When they arrived, the poor shepherd was still lying in the grass. The farmer took him to the hospital without delay. The shepherd had his leg in a cast for 3 weeks before he was able to go back to the sheep. "He's not a youngster anymore," said the older sheep, "just like Jack. Tut, tut, tut. What will happen to us?" they wondered. "As long as Charlotte is here to watch over us, we should be okay." "That's very true," said the older sheep. They continued to chatter and shake their heads. And Charlotte? Where's she at? At that moment, she was taking Jack to her special place. She's still adventurous and trying new things. Oh man, that Charlotte is brave, isn't she? Okay, let's all stand up. And this is a little bit of a song, and we're going to talk about what we do if we see a monster. We're going to be brave, okay? And so we're going to make different scary faces because we're going to scare off the monster, okay? Are you ready? Okay. If you ever see a monster, a big ugly monster, if you ever see a monster, here's what you do. Make this face, and that face, and this face, and that face. If you ever see a monster, be sure to shout, "Boo!" Okay, let's do it one more time. If you ever see a monster, a big ugly monster, if you ever see a monster, here's what you do. Make this face, and that face, and this face, and that face. If you ever see a monster, be sure to shout, "Boo!" Did we scare the monster, you think? No? I hope we did. All right, give a spin and sit back down. Okay, this story is called The Magical Yet Hi. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You can sit down. The words were written by Angela DiTerlisi, and the art was drawn by Lorena Alvarez. I like the pictures in this one. There are days when your dreams haven't come true, or you're upset by the things you can't do. If you've lost or failed or cried just a bit, you're tired of waiting, ready to quit. Have you all felt that way ever? I definitely have. Like that shiny new bike you couldn't ride, and it didn't matter how hard you tried. You couldn't pedal, and you couldn't steer, and you couldn't get that bike into gear. Then, when you thought you were on the right track, you popped a wheelie and fell on your back. Oh my goodness. They are not successful right away. And now you won't ride. No way, not ever. No riding for you. You'll walk forever. Don't give up now. There's a major game changer, a most amazing thought rearranger, someone to show you how good you can get. Now introducing the Magical Yet. With this yet's magic, you can begin to see that you're going beyond where you've been. There are so many things that you've learned to do when you didn't yet know the yet was with you. Like when you babbled before you could talk, or how you crawled before you could walk. You're a dreamer, a schemer, a hoper, a trier, a maker, a doer, a gotta fly higher. This yet finds a way even when you don't, and yet knows you will when you think you won't. Like that shiny new bike that you couldn't ride, hop right back on with yet by your side. Yet doesn't mind warm-ups, fixes and flops, do-overs, redos, stumbles and stops. Yet knows there's mistakes, some big and some small. With yet, you're sure to get over them all. Play the kazoo or play the bassoon. Jam with the yet and you'll soon be in tune. Try skateboarding tricks like the ollie heel flip. This yet can get to the championship. Tongue twisters twisted, your tongue in a knot. Yet says keep trying and practice a lot. Be patient. You can't do it all overnight. Some things take days, months, or years to get right. But if you keep leaping, dreaming, wishing, waiting, learning, trying, missing, with a yet as your guide along the way, you'll do all the things you can't do today. Now you're bolder, braver, starting to see with yet you can get where you want to be. You finally did it. Look, you knew you could. You're not just writing, you're getting quite good. But don't stop. Now you've got so much to do. The good news is this yet grows with you. So no matter how big or old you may get, you'll never outgrow, you'll never forget. You can always believe in the magic of yet. So what does that mean? It means if you can't do it yet, keep trying. That's right. We'll get it. Okay, friends. I like that one. This next story, we're going to need a dragon. Roar. Hi, friends. Ooh, it's a dragon. Okay. We've got 5 brave knights, though. Does everybody have 5 brave knights? And you can pretend like you've got a dragon on one hand, too, okay? So we've got 5 knights and a dragon. Can I see your dragon and your knights? Show me your knights. There they are. I see them. And you got a dragon on that hand? Okay. All right. I see. That's a scary dragon. I love it. Okay. 5 brave knights came galloping by. One fell from his horse and began to cry. Can y'all cry? That poor knight. The dragon laughed from behind a tree. He said, "Oh, brave knights, you can't catch me." Now how many do we have? 4. 4 brave knights came galloping by. One fell from his horse and began to cry. The dragon laughed from behind a tree. He said, "Oh, brave knights, you can't catch me." How many do we have now? 3. 3 brave knights came galloping by. One fell from his horse and began to cry. Oh, that poor knight. The dragon laughed from behind a tree. He said, "Oh, brave knights, you can't catch me." Now how many do we have? 2. 2 brave knights came galloping by. One fell from his horse and began to cry. The dragon laughed ha, 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 ha. From behind a tree, he said, "Oh, brave knight, you can't catch me." Now, how many do we have? One brave knight came galloping by. He fell from his horse and began to cry. The dragon laughed from behind a tree. He said, "Oh, brave knights, you can't catch me." Now, how many knights do we have? 0. No brave knights came riding by because they were crawling through the grass for a big surprise. The dragon laughed from behind a tree until he saw, "Oh no, 5 knights have surrounded me." They changed what they did. They did it differently, and they got the dragon, didn't they? They surrounded him. Did you get all your knights around your dragon? Yeah, they got that dragon, didn't they? They did. Those knights, they thought about it in a different way. They changed what they were doing. Okay. The knights took him down. That's what I like to hear. All right. No, we have one more story. All right, this is our last story. It's called The Story of Fish and Snail by Deborah Friedman. I like this one a lot because they're in books. Look, they're in a book. It says splash, and the fish jumped in the book. Every day, Snail sits in one special spot waiting for fish to come home with a story. Ahoy, Snail! Guess what? I found a new book.
A new book? Does it have a princess? Or kittens? Will you tell me the story, Fish?
Snail wants to hear the story. But I want to show you this time, Snail.
Fish, you know I don't want to go into other books. I like this book.
Ah, Snail, I promise we can come back here later. The new book has a whole ocean and a secret treasure and a pirate ship. Ooh, that sounds fun.
A pirate ship? Fish, I do not like to play big dogs or monsters or pirates. I want to play kittens and sleep right here.
But Snail, sleeping cats are boring. Boring? No, I'm sorry, this is Snail.
Boring? Well, Fish, if you think I'm so blah and your new book is so wow, then maybe you would rather live there with no snail.
Oh, no. Well, maybe I would. And maybe I'll go be a pirate by myself and never come back.
Oh. Well, fine.
Fine, Snail. Goodbye. The end. Is that the end? Yeah. You think? Let's see what's on the next page.
But
Look, the fish jumped out of that one. He's gone. And Snail's like, oh. I think the snail didn't think he would do it.
that's not how this book is supposed to end. How can this be the story of Fish and Snail with no fish?
Look at all those stories.
Fish!
He's looking for him. He's like, where'd he go? Fish! He jumped. He's jumping into the new story. Sploosh! He splashed in.
Fish, where are you?
Snail? There's Fish. You see him? He's on a different page. Snail, you came. You're very brave.
Brave enough to be a pirate?
Of course. Or maybe
What, Fish?
a kitty pirate. He wanted to play kitties in the beginning, didn't he? You're a kitty pirate. Together again, the friends set sail. Jolly pirate Fish and first cat mate Snail. Look, they're having adventures because he was brave and tried something new. And there they go. They're sailing off in their little sailboat. How fun. They got to have so much fun because he was brave. Okay, that was our last story. And now we're going to talk about our craft. Does anybody see my blue monster friend over here? What's he got on his face? Those are glasses, but they're not just any glasses. They're special imagination glasses. So when you put those imagination glasses on, they help you see things in new ways. And we've got all kinds of shapes. We've got round. We've got little oval, flower glasses. There's lots of them. There's like a cat eye looking one and star glasses. And then, of course, the heart. And we've got them all set up out there so you can color your glasses and make them special to you. And then we'll cut them out and glue them together, and you'll have your very own imagination glasses. Does that sound good? Okay. We're going to do it right after our goodbye song. So let's do our goodbye song. I'm so glad y'all came to story time today. Thank you for being here. No, you can sit down. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slow as we can. Hello. Oh, we're saying goodbye. I'm saying hello. It's the end. We say goodbye. Okay, this time we'll say goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as high as we can. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as low as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. Goodbye, goodbye. Last one, this is the loud one. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Goodbye! All right, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us at home. We'll see y'all next time.